Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10. Hey.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch y'all flip, watch y'all whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch y'all flip, watch y'all whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch and you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savings, you be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, car on the wrist.
Okay, Coach, we are just west of downtown Denver off of I-25 at Empower Field at Mile High. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Salt Lake City Elks and the Denver Broncos. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
And too soft. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Block now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving some.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Montez Sweat. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. call that a 48-yard punt and made even better by a loss on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. There he goes, right side. And touchdown. Noah Fant, 94 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for... The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Now on 2nd and 13. Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also...
And the pressure gets to him again. Jayon Brown able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. Haskins going up top. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
That's complete. It's Gordon. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. There we go on 4th down. Haskins. That's to his running back, complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. Haskins will throw. He gets it to Sims, complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Now Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, but now it's third and goal. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on first and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at third and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got a...
And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Kelvin Harmon, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. That's two really excellent drives for them to start this ballgame, both ending with touchdown passes.
In big picture, they look great, don't they? Like a well-oiled machine right now. But let's down focus a little bit and talk about the guy calling the signals and throwing the passes. He is playing with precision right now, scanning the field and making excellent throws.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
Tighten down. There you go.
On first and 10, here's Locke. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Watch the safety creep. Let's go.
Funches has it complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
No gain there on the completion. Second and 10. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass. Currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first, under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Jayon Brown getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board. Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Haskins from his own end zone. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
56 to Mike, boys.
To throw from his end zone. Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
He's got a man, complete. And he will finally be taken down up at the 43. It's a big play there. 41 yards. He gets it to Cooks. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. There again is Cooks, complete. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. They go play action here on 1st down. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the 1st half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Noah Fant. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Now he's having a nice little 1st half here, partner.
And it's a 1st half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
They'll run with McKissick. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And that will come the offense as they take over.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine. 56 to Mike. 56.
To throw from his end zone. Haskins, he's letting it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for the touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 99 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. So how about that for a backbreaker? Again, 99 yards.
And how about the audacity of the play call? When you're backed up that close to your goal line, usually you're just trying to run some type of a wedge play, a quarterback sneak, a dive, anything to try and create some room and take care of the ball. But that's confidence in your offensive line that they'll protect the guy throwing it, and he finds his guy for 99 yards. I love what they just did.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now Cortland Sutton and the rest of the offense getting ready for their next drive. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's McKissick, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Throwing now is Locke, and this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A field position changer there. 49 yards on the punt. Couple that with a loss on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And we move to spotlighting Brandon Cooks. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback.
Brandon Cooks, the 30, 10, 5, and he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 88 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Short boot, taking it to 21. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's just been looking for some space. You know, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Hey, let's go. Calm the crowd.
On 2nd down, it's Williams, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage goes to the defensive player.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up second down.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Let's go, D. Big series right here. So we got to step it up.
Now Haskins, third and long. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
45.
And they'll indeed go for it with Haskins. He's going to fire one. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jayon Brown. Who else? He's in there for his fourth sack of the afternoon. And he's going to go down again. Jayon Brown able to record his fifth sack of the season. Here's Locke. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Great coverage there. Holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's caught left side by Cooks. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. That's right, man.
On first down, it's Haskins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
56 the mic, boys. 56. Check 56.
Crunch time. Defense.
Second down, Haskins. He's letting it fly for Cooks. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. Brandon Cooks in the final seconds of the first half as his guys continue to pour it on.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Hopkins with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
This one fielded at the 5. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. So give 2 points to the defense. They were in hot pursuit there, and in the end, they force him out of bounds.
You just wondered how he was going to get out of this one, Brandon. We saw him painting himself into a corner, and finally has nowhere to go but out the side of the end zone.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
That was pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They fake the handoff, now Locke. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Montez Sweat picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Locke off of play action. He wants it all for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
The Broncos send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Brandon Cooks and the rest of the offensive crew trotting back into place out there. A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way, and he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. Here's Haskins. He sets to fire deep. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. LaShawn Sims with the INT. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Brandon, these cornerbacks had their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get two hands on the football and pick it off.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Lock to throw on 2nd down. He's got Jake Butt, his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Throwing on first down is Locke. That's complete to Jake Butt. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They look to throw. It's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times we'll see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jayon Brown, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Locke now on 3rd and goal. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. It's going the other way. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will extend this big lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The defense now working their way back onto the field. And they had the fumble return for a touchdown, and boom, they're right back out there again.
And you hear so many people talk about opportunistic defenses in today's football. Well, they make their own breaks because they work at it all the time. We've been at the practices, the drills where they're trying to strip the football, the takeaways. They're always working on it, and it paid off for them on the last possession.
Paid off. Now can they do it again?
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 2nd and 7. Block. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. Tack on 15 more for the face mask, and that becomes a huge play.
Big pass gets caught on you. You're doing everything possible to get him on the ground, and sometimes you end up grabbing the face mask.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They will run it. It's McKissick. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And we've seen this a few times in this game. That offensive line just, I don't know if you want to call it out physical, out tough, whatever you want to use.
And what people do when that is happening, when they're getting dominated that way, they spread things out a little bit, make it more of a space game, and allow your skill position players to make a few plays out in open field. Take away the physical element, gives you a chance.
A carry now for McKissick. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And Bullock will put this one through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Check.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On 3rd down, here's Henderson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. They'll go back to Henderson on 1st down. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. He gets it to Sims, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Now it's Haskins to the goal line, but it's incomplete. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way, I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Haskins. And it's caught. Touchdown. Noah Fant, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Lock going to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. Lock now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Lock now to throw. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Jayon Brown in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Lock. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now Lock, he lost the football in town, and this is picked up by the defense. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You got nothing. 45, 45, 45, Mike, 45.
Following the turnover, it's Haskins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Matt Ioannidis able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack on 1st down, Haskins, and the pressure gets to him again. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Haskins will throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. LaShawn Sims with the INT. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Finds Jake Butt over the middle. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jayon Brown has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Another try after the first down sack. Lock. Montez Sweat. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you.
And he's going to go down again. Montez Sweat. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Haskins to throw. And that's complete to Cooks. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. This is taken at the 3. Dances by him. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Lock now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now just 3 seconds before the 2-minute warning, they're going to call a timeout here defensively. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Locke. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw it is Locke. And he gets it to Funchess, complete. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for now.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Jayon Brown in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Locke to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big... Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So a change of possession here on the punt. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Haskins going to try to throw it. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
45's the mic. 45's the mic. Orbit. Let's see what you got. Check 45.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. 30. Past the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Here we go.
On the NFL scoreboard there in the 4th now in Carson. Raiders continuing to roll. They have opened their lead even further. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jayon Brown in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. Offensive explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep